network, how to build a personal brand without social media. Then he's going to give 3 tips. Not just, I built my network without social media, haha, I'm so amazing, blah, 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 blah. You can build a network you can build a personal brand without social media. Here are 3 tips. That's a unique video, unique, valuable angle. And then you compress that with the TAM balance. And then the third thing is that it's somehow connected to money. What I don't mean is you have to talk about how to make money, how you make money. You don't have to talk about money. You have to find what does your business revolve around? Okay? Do you have a coaching program? Do you have a product? Are you a musician? Are you musician doesn't count actually. Take that and throw it away. Whatever it is, you have to build a business off of your creator platform, right? And you need to make content that is somehow connected back to your business. Okay? So if I'm a gardener and I go off and I say, Trump's tariffs, blah, 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 this, and this, and then, you golf course and you 22 pilots, whatever. I don't even know what I just said. That has nothing to do with my business, right? That has nothing to do with my business. Now, if I were to connect all this back around, if I could connect both of these, let's say I'm a gardener and a pilot or something, I don't really know. It could be how I flew to 22 different states to get the right seeds for my carrots to create this blend of seeds. I don't even know what I'm saying. Then it's connected back to your online shop that then you can sell those seeds. Okay? If we take the networking example, how to build a personal brand without social media, here's 3 steps. Oh, by the way, I teach people how to do this if you want help. Or you can do this too. If you apply these steps, you can make this amount of money. The whole premise is that it connects back to some type of elevation of your business or their business. What you don't want to do is just be throwing stuff out into the wind with no reason at all. For example, this networking guy was making a video on steaks and it went viral so many times. It was a unique angle on steaks. It had a large TAM. He sold nothing about steaks. It was actually bad for his channel because there was no benefit. So the perfect video has a balanced TAM, not a large TAM, a balanced TAM. It hits CCN and then has a unique valuable angle. Make sure there's emphasis on valuable. And then it's somehow connected to money about your business. It doesn't have to be about money, but it has to connect back to your business so you can actually still keep your business going. How often should you post? This is a lot more complicated than you might think. Anybody who just says post more I would heavily disagree with. If I saw them in the street, I would RKO them and fight them. Instead, I'm going to break this down based off of human psychology, which is all content is. It is mass human psychology. And I'm going to actually weave in a bunch of business concepts. And I'm talking like startup concepts because I truly believe that the best cross research industry to think about your content is startups. How they start up, how they scale is very similar to a page on Instagram. Okay, bear with me here. We're going to talk about your minimal viable content. Bear with me, guys. Your content market fit. Then we're going to talk about an accordion method on when to go wide and when to really focus your efforts. And then we're going to talk about how to navigate TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube and that ecosystem. Okay, let's start with your MVC, your minimal viable content. So in a startup, you want to get your minimal viable product, your MVP, as fast as you can, okay? And it has to be good. So, these apps will spin up just a decent little app. It's nothing crazy, it's nothing fancy. And what they want to do with that is they want to get product market fit. Okay, so your MVP, the base version, is a shoe, it has no design, it's literally just the sole and the fabric. Okay, it's an app, there's no design, it's just the working system. And you want to sell it to 100 people. And if 100 people buy it, then it's like, okay, people actually like this. Now investors are like, okay, you guys made a little MVP and you found your product market fit, we'll invest in this. So many investors say that this is like the number one thing they look for, is has a company found product market fit? In fact, In fact, Y Combinator says nothing else in the world matters except for finding product market fit. Like, you should sprint there. All of your resources should go there. Don't do any funny business until you have found that fit. The same thing is true of your content. Okay? If you're just spewing off 100 views, 200 views, 300 views, maybe 500 to 1,000 views, you haven't found your content market fit. So why would you go hyper edited if you haven't found it yet? Instead, go to your minimal viable content right here. Me turning on the camera, ranting. I thought about this video, 15 seconds later, I started recording it. And what you do then is you start hammering volume. 100 posts. However you want to get to 100 posts, you can do it 3 times a day for a month. You can do it once a day for 3 months. Doesn't matter to me. And your only goal is to improve your MVC, your super easy way to produce content, however that is for you, until you find content market fit. And that number might mean 5,000 views. It might mean 3,000 views. It might mean 100,000 views. So I'm going to condense this into one sentence. You need to find a way to make content that is very easy for you, your minimal viable content. For me, I literally just turn it on and I start talking. You then need to post so much volume with different angles until you find your content market fit. And that number varies. You'll sense it though. You'll sense it. Okay? I would say 5K views. If you force me to put a number on it, it's probably around 5K, 10K, 15K. Now, to be clear, you don't want to just do a random video. It has to be within your brand pillars. Okay? My brand pillars are business and fitness and whatever, and I go off and I make a freaking steak, how to use my Blackstone video, and that goes off. No, that is not a content market fit. That does not count. Okay? Then once you get it, we go into the accordion method. What the accordion method is you're stretched this far. Okay, you're doing so much volume, and now you want to compress your efforts, like an accordion. You want to squeeze your efforts together. So let's say you were spending 5 hours a week on content to post 15 posts. So you're doing 3 posts every hour, theoretically. You now want to take that 15 hours and you want to or that 5 hours, you want to compress it not into 15 posts, but into 5 posts. The 5 posts that are aligned with your content market fit. I'm starting to sense that this might be getting too complicated for some of us. Bear with me. Okay.